You have to know who you are as an individual for you to understand how you're going to be as a trader. If you're someone that has a lot of patience, then intraday trading and swing trading would be more, would benefit you more, because you have the ability to let things play out for you to see, the bigger picture. If you don't have a lot of patience, right? If you like to, you like instant gratification, you like things to move very quickly, you live kind of a fast-paced lifestyle, then a scalping technique would go more hand in hand with you, because as a scalper, you're literally in the market for minutes, less than an hour at a time. Even if you're in a trade for 30 minutes, an hour, even sometimes, you're still qualified as scalping. Sometimes the moves just take a little bit longer to play out, depending on what session you're trading and what pair you're trading. But at the end of the day, you're not holding trades for extended amounts of time. So when I first started learning how to trade, I only knew of the swing trading method. I didn't know that there was intraday and there was scalping. I thought that in order for you to be a trader, you had to be able to calculate really big moves in the market. So once I discovered that you don't have to be in the market for long and you can trade without using indicators, it totally changed my outlook on trading as a whole. And I never looked back. Once I started down that path of using price action, no indicators, and scalping, I never looked back. That was the best decision I ever made. It was tough, because I had, for the first probably year, my first full year of trading, all I did was study on swing trading and using indicators and such. So it was kind of a difficult transition, because when you're learning a new style of trading, it's kind of hard to block out all the other stuff that you learn from other styles of trading. So you try to blend techniques together. And when you're blending techniques together, it usually doesn't work. Techniques, just some things you can take away, but a lot of things you can't. So you really have to ask yourself, what kind of trader do you want to be? And once you know what kind of trading style or what kind of trader you want to be, find out what kind of trading style you like, and then find someone that trades that style and is able to teach it to you and to help you, learn the skill just like they did. Mentorship is very important. I don't recommend like being self-taught, because there's so much information out there right now. There's so many courses, so much content on like YouTube and the internet, that for you to be self-taught and to go about it on your own, you're kind of doing yourself a disservice, because you're looking at a lot of different things, and there's so many different ways of looking at the market. There's so many different styles of trading, and when you usually try to blend things together, sometimes it just doesn't mesh. It doesn't work. So if you try to streamline your trading as much as you can, meaning one style of trading, and just go from there. If you're going to be a swing trader, be a swing trader. Don't try to be a swing trader and an intraday and a scalper. If you're going to be a scalper, don't try to be an intraday trader and a swing trader. Don't mix the styles together. Stick to what you're good at, and then go from there. Now, to piggyback off of that, I'm of the belief, and this is my own personal belief, I'm of the belief that in order for you to become a very good swing trader, you need to master scalping and intraday trading first, because it's almost like going from, high school sports to professional sports. You got to go to college. You got to get that experience under your belt. You have to build up those building blocks for you to get to that advanced level. And swing trading, being a good swing trader, is a very advanced style of trading, even intraday as well. And scalping as well. However, scalping is a good way to start on that journey, because learning how to catch smaller moves will help you get better with catching bigger moves. And then you can decide whether you want to stay in the markets longer, you want to catch bigger moves. It all depends on you and what you want to do and what your goals are with your trading. Okay. My goals when I was trading, when I first started learning how to trade, guys, my goal was $50 a day. $50 a day. That's all I wanted. If I could learn how to make that, then that solidified it for me, because even when I first learned about trading, I wasn't sold on it. All right. It was a little bit too good to believe, because I'm like, yeah, and you know about the stock market and stuff like that. But when you think about the stock market, you think of people that work on Wall Street, people that, you know, went to big time colleges and you know, have these big careers and are really good at math and science and negotiating and things like that. So you don't really understand the world of the financial markets. And even now, even if you're a good trader now, you still don't know everything there is to know about trading. There's a vast universe out there of trading, because you have options, you have stocks, you have Forex, you have indices, you have bonds. It's just so many avenues of trading, and they all have their own style. They all have their own little aura that you have to learn when you're going about it. So you never really know everything about trading, but learning, starting with options, starting with, you know, things like Forex, really opens up a new door for you into that world. So where now you kind of have an idea, right? When you're watching CNBC or you're watching these financial shows, you can now know what the hell they're talking about, right? The average person doesn't. So, but the good thing about it, the secret in this is how lucrative the opportunity of trading is, whether it be Forex, options, stocks, whatever it is. You can make a ton of money by sitting in front of your computer every day, which is completely mind-blowing. So if you have goals to make a certain amount of money every day, if you have goals to elevate, you know, your lifestyle or whatever it is, you know, provide better for your family, you know, buy yourself a new gift, a new car, go on a nice vacation, take care of your kids, your mom, your dad, you know, whatever it is, get out of debt, pay off your school loans, all these goals that we all have in common, right? Because we all got bills, we all have things we want to do. And one way or the other, you're going to rub shoulders with somebody who has the same problems that you have. And it usually all boils down to money, right? If we had money, that would solve a lot of our problems. So understand that a skill like this, a lot of us traders say it, that these charts will change your life, but there's so much meaning behind that saying, because it will. These charts will change your life, I'm telling you, because with this tiny little skill, and I call it tiny because it is a relatively small skill compared to anything else. Because if you're playing football, it's a skill to be able to run, you know, the 100-meter dash in 10 seconds, whatever it is, 5 seconds, whatever they do it in. All right. It's a skill to be able to run down a court and dunk a ball, right? It's a skill. You have to have a certain type of talent. You got to have some God-given gifts and shit like that. But with this, all you need is your brain, you know, the thing that we were all born with. So if you are self-motivated, if you are driven by the shit in your life that you want to change, and you're kind of sick and tired of, you know, going through the rat race back and forth, this is an excellent vehicle to help you get over that hump. And it's easy to get discouraged because you are risking money every day. You're risking your time, right? Away from your family, away from your hobbies, things you like to do. You're sacrificing a lot of your life to be able to master this skill because you see the bigger picture. That's why I revert to that all the time. You have to look at the bigger picture. Right now, trading and these charts that you look at, it's the small picture, right? The bigger picture is what comes from the little picture. So learning this one skill that can benefit you for the rest of your life, that's a huge, I mean, the risk reward, I'm going to go back to trading analogies, is huge. You're risking, right? You're risking a small piece of your life, a good 6 months to maybe 2 years, I would say. That window of time is really what you need to like ask yourself, is this what you really want to do, right? To get really good at it, to live the rest of your life however you want. Okay, a lot of us are very young, right? I doubt we have a lot of, you know, 60, 70, 80-year-olds here. So if you're young right now, which a lot of you, I'm sure you are, you have your whole life ahead of you. You got years and years and years down the road, God willing, right? So imagine just spending the short amount of time now doing what you need to do on the charts to learn this skill, and then use that as a vehicle to take you wherever else you want to go in life. You always got to look at it. To me, I look at it like college, right? We were taught that you got to go to school, get good grades, and then go to college, graduate with a degree, and then go look for a job. So everybody's okay with going to school for 4 years and then taking that 4-year degree to go find a job to work the rest of your life. What is the difference, right? You're sacrificing 1, 2, 3 years of your life trading, learning how to trade, to live your life however you want later afterwards. So really, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You're educating yourself, you're teaching yourself a skill for it to pay you and to feed you and to take care of you for the rest of your life. So you gotta ask yourself, do you want to work for somebody else your whole life? Go get that 4-year degree and go apply at that company and work for the guy that chose not to possibly do that, go that route and go the other route. Because at the end of the day, we're all working for somebody. Whether you're working for yourself or you're working for somebody else, we're all working for somebody. So you got to ask yourself, what do you want to do? You want to work for somebody else your whole life and be at their beck and call, right? Because your job dictates you. Your job runs your life. Your job tells you what you can and can't buy. Your job tells you when you can get up in the morning. Your job tells you when you can leave and go home every day. Your job tells you can take off to go to your kid's birthday party next week. Your job tells you everything. So what do you want to be your job? You want you to tell you what to do every day, or you want somebody else who probably doesn't give a shit about you to tell you what to do every day? Because jobs really don't give you that much loyalty. And I'm not knocking a job. I don't knock jobs at all, guys. I still have a job. So I'm not knocking jobs at all. However, jobs, make your job a means to an end. Make that, okay, this is a stepping stone right now. I'm using this for what it's going to serve its purpose for now. But later, I got plans for myself. So that's how you want to go about trading and taking on this skill. And even if it's not trading, it could be something else. Who cares? But at least it's yours. It's something for you. It's something you built on your own, sweat and tears, and nobody can take it away from you. With the job, they can take it away from you like that. If you do it yourself, it's not as it's not that easy to take it away from you because it belongs to you. So, so find out what kind of trader that you want to be, and then find that style that you want to trade, and find someone that trades that style that you like, and go with that mentor. You can go the self-taught route, but I'm just telling you guys that it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough. Many of you know of IML. I started out with IML, and this isn't going to be about IML or whatever, but you have programs out there that their main objective is to make you dependent on them, right? They kind of sell you on the lifestyle and trading and things like that, but then they don't really give you the real education that you need. You have to look at that as well when you're looking into trading mentors as well, because there's a lot of mentors out there, guys, that aren't really about really helping people. They're just running a business, and their business is selling. So how do I sell? I just got to market really well. You market really well, you can sell anything. So be wary of that as well. If you're looking for a mentor, try to find a mentor that genuinely cares about your success. That's not just going to sell you something and leave you dangling in the wind. Because to me, trading is really hard. It's really, really hard. And it's even harder if you don't have support. If you don't have somebody to basically like walk with you, if you to let you know, hey, there's a bump right there. Be careful, step over that bump. If you don't have someone there with you that knows that bump is coming, you're going to hit that bump. You're going to hit it a couple times before you realize that you got to look out for that bump. So I always said that when I was trading, I think I bought like 7 courses when I was trading, and only one I actually learned from, and I wasted a ton of money. And it was that last course that I bought that I said I was dead broke. I had like no money. Actually, I bought the course on my credit card, and I was like hoping and praying it went through when I bought it. And I said, if this doesn't cut it for me, if I don't get it from this, I'm done. I was gonna wash my hands of trading. I'm gonna close my trading accounts, and I'm good. I'm just gonna go about my life and go find something else to do for myself. So I guess God just put it down on me like, hey, don't give up. But this is what you guys gotta see. Like, take my story, my background, my testimonial. That if you don't give up and you just keep on pushing, at some point something's gonna give. Something is gonna break. And when you're learning how to trade, guys, something eventually clicks. It clicks, I promise you. It's gonna look like it's gonna be discombobulated, right? Things are gonna be all over the place. You're gonna be like, well, how does this correlate to this? And what does this have to do with that? It's gonna look like Chinese arithmetic to you at first. But little by little, as you progress, as you learn more, as your knowledge grows and your confidence grows, eventually everything will come together like a really nice portrait. And then when it does, sky's the limit, because there's that one day And every top trader has had it, including me. When it just clicks, you're going to see something. You're going to be on the charts one day. You're going to probably be in a trade or looking for a setup or something, or you're going to be studying someone's course. And something is going to click in your mind and it's all going to make sense. I'll never forget that day. That day that it happened for me, I felt like I was on top of the world because everything just started like, oh, okay, I remember studying that. So now I know that means that. I remember looking at this, now that means that. Oh shit, that means that. Okay, boom. And then surely but surely, like it just starts making sense. And I'm telling you, the more your knowledge grows, the more confident you are. The more confident you are about it. If you get in a car and you're going to some destination that you've never been before, you don't have a map, you don't have a GPS, you don't have shit. Now you're nervous. You don't know if to make a left turn, a right turn. You don't know if to go back. You don't know if you're even going in the right direction to where you're going. But make that trip a couple times and you get to the destination. Now you know, oh, when I get to that corner, I got to make a left. When I get there, I got to make a right. You're not nervous about going there anymore because you've been there so many times. You've seen that same road, see that same gas station, that same guy on the corner. You know it. So when you know more, you do better. When you know better, you do better. So that's the same thing with trading. When you learn more, you get more confident. The more confidence you have, the more money you're going to make. That's it. The more your knowledge grows, the more your confidence grows, the more your money grows. Simple, point blank. It don't get no easier than that. Okay, and this ain't no motivational speech for y'all. This is straight fact. The more you learn, the more your confidence is going to grow and the more untouchable you're going to feel. Nothing is going to happen to you trading-wise that you're not expecting or that you haven't seen before. It's not going to surprise you. Anything the market does now, the market changes all the time, every day, every month, every year, always changing. But the more chart time you have, the more you're accustomed to what the market is doing, and your knowledge is you have so much knowledge that no left turn that the market makes is going to knock you out of a trade because you were ready for it. You know the signs, you know the confluences, you know the confirmations to look for to tell you what's happening. You know, hey, if I see a whole bunch of rejection over here, I got to be careful. That level might not be able to break. I know that if I'm on a high time frame and this level is not being broken, hey, maybe today's not the day. Your knowledge is going to be so on point that the market is not going to scare you. Every time you come to the charts, you're going to be ready to go. When I wake up in the morning and I sit at a chart, I'm not nervous. I'm not worried about making money or losing money. I just want to be right. I'm just hoping I see a setup. Every trader, every top trader, any kind of trader you are, when you come to the market, you're not thinking about, you obviously want to make money, but you're not thinking about making money or losing money. You're wanting to see your setup. You see your setup, you know it's a good day. If you don't see a setup, you're like, damn, all right, I got to worry about what I got to do today. Am I going to take a lower risk trade? How long am I going to be on the charts today? I really want to take my family to the beach, but I'm trying to make some money real quick. You're just hoping to see your setup. Once you see your setup, boom. At that point, the trade is out of your hands. You've already taken it, whether it's a win or a loss, it's gone. It's gone. Okay? But the more knowledge that you have, more than likely that trade is going to be a winner. It's going to be a winner. And if it is a loser, it's going to be a small loser because you learn the techniques that you have to learn in order for you to be able to be profitable trading. Okay? So trading tells you a lot about your life and who you are as a person. So if you're able to overcome a lot of the psychology aspect of trading, the emotional side of it, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. But people say all the time that there's no emotions in trading. You can't have emotions in trading. I'm going to be the one to tell you that that's a bunch of bullshit. Okay? You can't, we're not robots. We're not sociopaths walking around here killing people with no conscience. We're humans. We have feelings. You know, we have brains and shit like that. So you're going to have feelings. And especially when you're dealing with money, with your money that you work hard for, you work fucking 40 hours a week to get this paycheck, and to lose it in 30 seconds, that means a lot. Okay? Or to potentially lose it, sorry. So you're always going to have emotions in trading. And you're not going to not have emotions, but if you can learn to manage those emotions, then you're untouchable in the market. And the only way to manage your emotions is by knowing what you're willing to lose. Every day you come to the charts, you got to have a number already set in your mind that you're willing to lose. First of all, the money you put in your trading account, consider that gone. That money is gone. It's not there anymore. I mean, it's not your money anymore. It's your money, but it's really not there anymore. Because it's already in the market. Your broker has it in their account. And when you trade it, whatever. Already consider that money gone. Only trade money that you can afford to lose. Okay? Only trade money you can afford to lose. Don't take your fucking car note or your mortgage or your rent money or your kids' daycare money and go put it in there and hope and pray to flip it. Okay? Hopes and wishes do not work trading, guys. I'm so sorry to tell y'all this, but it just don't. If you're in a fucking losing trade and that shit is in crazy ass drawdown, don't sit there hoping and wishing and praying and oh my God, and let me walk away, let me go do something. Hopefully I'll come back and it's positive. No. The market is the devil sometimes. That shit will eat you up and spit your ass back out and eat your ass up again. That shit has no mercy when it comes to your trading account. And I know I blew 15K in one day once. And that shit put me in, I think I didn't look at charts for like a month after that. That's how fucking depressed I was behind that shit. That's the most money I ever lost. So it really teaches you, like, listen, what's your limit? What are you? And by the way, that was news. News had hit me that day, and I didn't know that news was coming out, and I lost all that money. So you got to be careful. So, getting your emotions in check, and that's another thing. When I took that loss, guys, I didn't jump back in the market trying to chase it and go make that money back. I took a step back. You got to know when to take a step back when it's just not your day. It's not your day, your week, your month. We all have losing streaks. I think, what was it, March or April, that killed a whole bunch of us. That just killed us. Lost a whole bunch of money that month. Everybody was taking losses. Market was doing all types of crazy shit. But it's times like that you got to step back. You got to step back. You got to reel it in. You got to sit on your hands. Don't want to fund your account. Don't go work a ton of overtime to drop that money in your trading account because you got to make all that money back. Once you lose it, you lost it. You lost it. That money is gone. It's in somebody else's pocket. Now you got to just focus on winning the next trade. And the next trade, and the next trade. Always focus on the next setup, on the next trade. Do not dwell on your losses. Your losses that you take in the past, guys, use those as learning opportunities. Because I always say it's never a full loss unless you know why you lost. If you know why you lost a trade, then it's not entirely a loss because you learned from it. So now next time you see that happen again, you're going to be ready for it because you've seen it happen. You say, oh, market did this. I took an L last time. Now, if I see the market fixing to do that again, I'm going to know, do I need to stay in my trade or do I need to cut it? Because I'm not going to get, you're not going to fool me once, don't fool me twice, right? Same thing. Because the market, guys, is a creature of habit. And that's why it's so easy to make money in the market because it does the same shit literally over and over and over again. Over and over and over again, the market does the same fucking shit over and over and over again. I tell you guys that straight up. And for those of you that have an issue with cursing, I curse a lot. So that's just me. I'm from New York. What can I say? All right. But the market does the same things over and over and over again. If you watch these charts, guys, you will see that, let's go to the daily, look at these candles real quick. All right. And I'm not going to do a lot of chart work on this. This is just Q&A. But if you look at the chart work here, guys, a lot of these candles, look at them. They open and they close at the same levels, right? Open and close, open and close, open and close, open and close. There may be some times where they don't, right? They don't. But where they open and close at is relatively in the same spots, same places, okay? So something you guys need to realize is trading is like your job, right? If you have a job, you're probably doing the same thing, right? Every day for most of us, unless you're like a doctor, an attorney or some shit, I don't know. But if you have let's say you're a cashier, right? You work at, I don't know, Target, you're a cashier at Target. You're usually pressing the same buttons on the register, right? You're doing kind of the same motion every day. Every day is kind of the same mundane task, right? Trading is the same thing. You're looking for the very same things to happen every day and to capitalize on those moves every day because you have the foresight to know that they're coming. The move is coming. I just got to be in the market at the right time to catch it. I know it's coming, right? If you take a bus to work every day, that you've been taking that same bus route for 20 years, you stand on that same corner every morning at 8 o'clock in the morning, that bus by 8:15, 8:10, that bus is going to come turning around the corner. You may not be able to see the bus coming down the road, but you know it's coming. So you know at 8 o'clock, my ass better be on that bus stop. I'm going to miss the bus. That's the same thing with trading. You have to be in the market, be watching the chart. But when you know 8:15 is coming around the corner and you know that bus is coming, or you know that setup is starting to play out, you need to be ready and prepared to hit that buy or sell button so that you can be able to catch that trade and catch that bus and ride it on down. That's it. It's the same shit every day, guys. When I trade, I look for the very same things. I don't complicate it. I don't look for more. I don't try to be better than I am or what. I don't look for none of that. I look for the very same setups every single day. And when I learn to just stick to what I know and not being greedy, right? Because greed is a big factor too. Not being greedy with it, then you can start to capitalize, right? Start to capitalize. So when I said, okay, my goal is to make $50 a day. And once I started making $50 a day consistently, I wasn't making it every day, guys, but I was making it consistently enough to where I was profitable. And I said, okay, let me bump it up now. Let me $75 a day, $100 a day, 120, 150, whatever it is. So now you got to try to find a way to level up your trading, but at the same time, stick to your discipline. Stick to your discipline. So I know if my goal is to catch 10 pips, 15 pips, maybe even 20 pips a move, and I want to make more money, I'm going to have to raise my lot sizes or I'm going to have to learn how to scale my trades, how to basically stack orders for me to make more money. So I said, well, if I want to make $200 a day now, but I'm only using a standard lot or one lot or a 0.50 or whatever it is, I'm not trying to catch more pips out of the market because that's risky. The longer you stay in the market, the riskier it is that you can lose your money. So what do I have to do? Okay, I might have to take more than one order. I might have to try to catch that $200 on the same 10 pips that I made before. So the same 10 pips that I was making $50 a day on, I have to find a way to flip that 10 pips into 200 without raising. So how do I do that? Okay, I gotta add my lots. I gotta add some lots and I gotta stack some orders. And that's where the real money is made, guys, in stacking. Stacking is where it's at. Trust me. Okay. So if you can learn to become consistent with small things, those small things will grow on its own into bigger. And then pretty soon, I mean, it's going to be on cruise control. It's going to be kind of doing its own thing. You don't even really have to try as hard anymore. Just drop your trade, let it ride, and boom, in and out, and you're done. So, so that's pretty much the intro. That's a long intro, but that's pretty much the intro of what I wanted to get into with you guys today. The benefits of starting small, the benefits of really understanding what kind of an opportunity you guys have afforded to you today. And this is just the beginning. Trading is just catching on popularity right now. It's not even at its peak yet. It's only going to grow in popularity. It's only going to make a lot more people a lot more money. It's endless. It's endless. The Forex market is bigger than the stock market, guys. It's bigger than the stock market. And the stock market pretty much runs our society. It runs our economy. It runs the worldwide economy. So if you have a market that's bigger than that, that's very powerful. That means that everybody has an opportunity to make money. Everybody got an opportunity to eat. There's enough money to go around for everybody. You don't even have to be greedy. So just try to understand, guys, that me as a mentor, I try my best to be there for my students. I like to give them all the support that they need, that they're going to need. But at the same time, I give my students a lot of tough love because a lot of the times people get complacent. You know, they kind of get to the point where it's like they want you to hold their hand throughout the whole way. And, you know, it's kind of like you're learning how to swim. And you got somebody in the pool with you kind of holding you up while you're on your back trying to float. And you want them to walk with you in the water. No, at some point, you got to let go. You got to be able to float on your own. So my course with SIMPLEFX, my mentorship style, guys, is to give you guys all the tools that you guys need to succeed, but at the same time, put you in the position to where you don't need me anymore, where you only need what I've taught you and what your own experience has taught you. Because the way you're taught how to trade is not how you're going to trade for the rest of your life. It's going to change. How I learned to trade when I first started trading is nowhere near how I'm trading now. Nowhere near it. even when you learn a trading style from a specific mentor, you're going to find your own little twist. You're going to add your own little twist to it. It's like when you go to a job, you know, somebody trains you when you're on the job, but as soon as you go off on your own, you change things around. You make it to the way you like to do it. You know, if this person said I go to lunch every day at 12 o'clock, you might not be hungry at 12 o'clock. So when you're on your own, you might go to lunch at 1 o'clock. You don't have to go to lunch at 12 because this person taught you how to do it that way. You can do it your way. So as long as you stick to your fundamentals and you stick to your discipline and your risk management, you can twist it up any which way you like. But as long as you stick to those things, you're always going to be profitable. Always going to be profitable. My mentor, Raja, has taught me things. I taught him some things. And he's my mentor, you know? So sometimes the student, just because you're the student doesn't mean you can't surpass your mentor. I mean, and that's the greatest feeling ever. When you know you help somebody level up, you help them see the potential that they had in themselves the whole time. And they're able to take that and just fly with it. Like, it's the best feeling ever. I can't even go into words about that. So that's pretty much what I'm about. That's my background story, pretty much. I try to be as positive as I can. I try to put out my YouTube videos so people can get an idea of who I am, because on my Instagram and stuff like that, you know, it's just pictures and posts and shit like that. You can't really get to know somebody off of that. But on YouTube, you get to really, you know, see how they speak, how they carry themselves, how they talk. You know, you get to see, are they really genuine? Are they great? Are they, you know, all that shit. So I hope you guys, I thank you guys, first of all, for being on today. I know it's early on Saturday. You'd rather be doing anything else. But you're here today, so that means you really want to learn. So really quickly, let me just get this out the way. This is the homepage for my course, guys. I call it SIMPLEFX because that's what it is. It's very, very simple. I do not teach you guys how to use indicators, guys. I'm huge on that. So if you are big on Fibonacci, if you are big on using EMAs, if you're big on divergence, if you're big on channels, if you're big on EMAs and things like that, I don't suggest my style of trading for you or my course for you, because I don't do any of that. I don't teach any of that. I don't trade any of that. Everything that's in my course is what I do every single day. Every day when I come to the charts, everything is out there. I don't hide anything that I do. A lot of mentors do, which is unfortunate, and I know that for a fact, because I know some other mentors that have said, "Hey, no, I don't put that in there because, you know, I want to sell that to them later, or I want to do this later, you know, whatever." I don't know, and it's a business, I get it, but at the same time, you're hurting people when you do that, because people are spending their hard-earned money with you, and they're expecting that you're saying that you're giving them everything that you have. And when you don't do that, I don't know. To me, that's just bad karma. I don't know. I don't feel like that's right to do to people. That's just me. And I had it done to me. So I'm speaking from a customer and now a mentor, because back when I was spending all that money on those courses, I was pissed when I realized that the course wasn't what I thought it was. I won't mention who the mentor is, but there was one specific mentor, popular trader, young guy, who every time I DM'd him asking him questions, he never would respond. The only time he responded was when I asked him a question about his course, when I was about to buy it. And the question that I asked him was, is your course good for beginners? Because I'm a beginner trader. I don't know that much. I'm still learning. I'm coming from IML, things like that. I just need to know, is your course beginner friendly? Like, do you go over beginner shit? And he was like, yeah. It's beginner friendly. I got to go over this. I go over that. It's the only time he actually responded to me. And then I bought his course that night, and I was instantly disappointed, because it was not for beginners at all. Matter of fact, his course started out on Fibonacci and going straight into like breakdowns and shit. And at that time, I barely knew what price action was. I barely knew what market structure was about, you know, some of the terminology and stuff. I just wasn't educated on those things yet. And I asked him specifically, was it? And he said it was, and it wasn't. So with that experience, it really, really upset me. And I said, you know, if I ever get good at trading or I come out with my own stuff, I'm not going to do that to people. I'm not. So when people message me, asking me questions, I give them the honest truth. I give them the honest truth, because I'm not out here to scam anybody. I'm not hurting for anybody's money. I'm not trying to grab and this and that. No, I don't care about any of that shit. My main objective is to help as many people as I can, because the more you help people, the more good things come back to you in life. It's just what I've believed in my whole life. So a lot of the pitfalls that I had to go through, or I went through trading, I wanted to eliminate all of that. And I actually found that in my last mentor that I had. So, and he did that for me. He messaged me back. He was honest with me about things, and I talk to him almost every day now. And I ask him questions. We bounce ideas off each other and this and that. And I feel like this guy's not just my mentor; he's my friend now. And I thank him every day for helping me the way he did, because he totally changed my life, and he didn't even have to. So you need that. You need that in life. You need good people. You need people to support the things that you do. You need people that are genuine, that genuinely want to see you do well, that genuinely want to help you. If you don't have that in your life, guys, I suggest you look for it and you hold on to it when you do find it, and do good to other people. Because when you do good to other people, good comes back to you some way, somehow. You do fucked up shit's gonna happen to you. That's just how the world turns. So that's my backstory. This is my course. And my course, I didn't want to show this, but I had people message me, hey, what do you go through? What do you do this? What do you do that? Okay. My course does start with beginners. Okay. Beginners. Everything that has to do with Forex, I talk about in there. I even dropped TradingView tutorial in here because a lot of people were saying they didn't know how to use TradingView. A lot of people were using their MT4 to trade on. I've never used my MT4 to do a breakdown on. First of all, that thing is a dinosaur. It's old as shit. The tools are hard to like get around, and you can put stuff on your chart and it'll mess everything up. And I just don't see how people use that to trade. And if they've been struggling, now I probably get why. But TradingView is always going to be your best thing. The TradingView is as close to price as it is. It has pretty much every broker on it. Every liquidity provider is on there. Every pair is on it, all from stocks, futures, CFDs, cryptos, index, the economy market, all that shit. Everything is here. These are all liquidity providers down here. So if you guys don't know what these things are on the side here, those are liquidity providers. And those are the people that actually facilitate the money that's being put in the market in order for the market to run, for it to be traded. There's actual companies that control all those things. So it's a big back office, a big interface that's back there. It's a lot going on. It's why brokers are so profitable, and you need them for the market to run the way it needs to run. So that's what that is. I go over trade order, price action, candlestick, everything for beginners is right here in the beginning. And then I go into the more deeper things, basically the breakdown. Your breakdown is your whole trading career. If you cannot break down a chart, guys, you'll never make money. It doesn't matter what size account you have. You could have $1 million account. If you don't know how to break down a chart, you won't make any money. You will not, I promise you, you will not make money. You're going to lose, they're guaranteed you'll lose money, but you won't make any money, okay? So I talk about all that, okay? Mirror patterns, top downs, everything that needs to go into breakdowns, I go into everything. From entries to liquidity grabs, supply and demand. And then I'm always dropping new things. If I have students asking me questions on certain things that they don't understand, and I'm noticing I'm getting multiple questions about it, then I know, okay, I need to refresh on this part. I need to go back over this and maybe in a different way, or I need to explain it differently so that maybe the first part of it that I put out went over their head, and now I got to go into it some more. So sometimes I will do that. I'll go back into something and really help them get over that. My psychology section is pretty like detailed. However, I haven't dropped any psychology in here in a while. I need to get back on that with the psychology portion of it. Just my YouTube has been taking a lot of my time. But the things that I do have in my psychology section does help for getting getting your emotions where they need to be trading wise. Okay. And then I have a couple Q&As, one-on-ones that I have with my students and things like that. All right. So that's pretty much what my course offers. I do offer the one-on-one setups, all that shit, like everything that you need. I offer that in my course. All right. So let me show you guys something here real quick. Which is something new that I just started, that I just introduced to it, which is here. The SIMPLEFX one-on-one in person. Okay. I was supposed to have a full class in-person experience this month, but because of personal things, that's schedule-wise, because I have other businesses that I do, and I'm growing another one that I started 2 months ago, and it's taking up a lot of my time. So it's hard for me to set up actual dates for me to do that. But what I realized that doing them individually was a little bit more feasible for some people. And some people actually preferred one-on-one rather than a class environment, because They were saying how they were afraid to ask questions, afraid to be in front of different people, just different you know, stuff that they had going on basically. So I said, instead of racking my brain to come up with a classroom setting in person, I'm going to now offer the one-on-one in person for 2 days. Now that's, it's very intensive, guys. Very, very intensive. It's not just me going over the course. It's me digging in on the shit that I do and making sure that that shit is ingrained in your brain for 2 days. And the 2 days are 2 8-hour days. So it's going to be, it's a lot, 16 hours of going in, but it'll be a big thing for someone who's more hands-on with learning. I have some students that told me that I had the course and told me that they learned from the course, but when they took my in person, it totally changed how they saw things. They just saw things differently. I don't know if it's having somebody stand in front of you explaining it to you, or if that's just some people just learn better like that. I don't know. When I took Raja's course, it was his in-person course that did it for me. It wasn't his online course. His online course was very webinar based, and I learned from it, but I learned everything in his in-person. And it was a 3-day in-person that he did, and it totally changed my entire outlook after that. So I offer that, and then the $5.99 option is just one-on-ones. For those of you that feel like you may need a lot more one-on-one attention to help, that's more, you know, specialized training that's done online. And then you have the basic course. These are the same. You don't get anything different with these besides the one-on-one. Okay, it's the same course, nothing different, nothing hidden, nothing, you know, none of that. It's the same thing. But the reason why I introduced this is because people were telling me that they want to do the in-person. Do I offer, you know, a one-on-one type setup? And I said, okay, well, I'll bring that to help you guys out with that. So I already have a couple people that are interested in that, which is a good thing. However, it's not for beginners. It's not. Okay. If you're interested in this and you heard about Forex yesterday, do not sign up for this, because in this, I'm not talking about pips and what is this and what is a broker and that. No, this is advanced stuff that I dig deep in, and we go hard on both days. So understand that this is not for beginners or even intermediates. You need to be experienced, and you need to already have my course for you to understand the type of shit I'm going to be dropping in this in-person class. All right. And it's one-on-one. So it's just me and you. This is me and you. No interruptions, none of that. So please, if you're thinking about this, do not even consider it if you're a beginner trader. Okay. You don't have at least a year and a half or so under your belt trading. Don't even think about it. Okay. It's not going to be for you. All right. So yeah, so basically guys, let's get into the questions. All right, let's get into some questions. We've already been on for, wow, an hour already. I wanted this to be an hour, but I talked for a whole hour. Wow. So let's get into the questions, guys. If you want to unmute yourself, you can. And, or if you want to drop it in the chat box, you're more than willing to do that as well. And then we can start going from there, and then we'll wrap this up.
Charlene, this is Dominic.
Hey, Dominic, how are you?
Doing great. I've heard you say this a couple of times, and I just want to clarify so I understand. What do you mean by chart time? You said put in the chart time. Are you talking about back testing or just looking at the flow of the charts, how the candles, price action relate to one another, or what? But you said you want to get better, put in the chart time. Can you explain what you mean by that?
Yes, you pretty much answered your own question. That's what chart time is. Chart time is basically being on the charts as often as possible and understanding and learning what you're looking at every day. If you're having a difficult time with high time frames, then chart time is basically practicing how to do a breakdown on the high time frames. That means you're studying the monthlies, the weeklies, the daily time frames, and you're not looking at anything else. If and back testing and back testing includes everything. Back testing is when you're actually trading, and back testing is when you're looking at what happened in the past and what mistakes did you make, or how could you have caught a specific move. Like if I look at this drop right here, this is a big drop, right? If we look here, you'll see the market range, and this is a weekly. So for how many weeks the market just ranged in this little box right here. So you got to ask yourself, man, the market ranged for this many weeks, and then it finally had a breakout. How could I have caught this breakout here? What could I have seen for me to see it? Chart time is nothing but breakdowns. Nothing but breakdowns, going over charts, charts, charts. One trade, two trade, three trades. These pairs right here are the only pairs I look at. GJ, GU, let me pull this out. GJ, GU, GN, gold, US 30. And this used to be my backup pair. It's at the bottom here because I don't often look at it much anymore. But my main pairs are at the top, GJ and GU, GN. I still trade gold and US 30, but I trade them differently than I trade these pairs. All right. So back putting in the chart time is, in simple terms, is just doing nonstop breakdowns as much as you can, because the more you train your eyes to, the more chart time you put in, the more back testing that you do, the more your eyes will become accustomed to seeing certain things. You will be able to identify things you couldn't identify before because you weren't expecting them. You weren't looking for them, right? If you weren't, let's see, let's say your dream car is a Mercedes Benz, and everywhere you go, you see a Mercedes everywhere you go. But then, you drive a Porsche one day, you test drive a Porsche one day, and now everywhere you go, you see a Porsche. But really, you were always seeing Porsches. You just weren't looking for them. Now you're thinking about it. So now you're able to point it out and see them because now you're thinking about it. So now with trading, as you're learning to break down these charts, your knowledge and what you're looking for now grows. So now you're seeing things that you did not notice before because of all the past time that you've put in and all the different things that the market has been doing in that time. You understand?
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great question. All right. Who's next?
I'll be next, Charlene. I have a quick question. How you doing, this Marche?
Hi, Marcia. I'm good. How are you, my dear?
Okay, so now I finally get what you're saying after 6 months. I'm gonna be honest. I am in IML Academy because they helped me not quit and they helped me find you. Um, so now I get it. Like, I guess that's what they were telling me, but just hearing it repetitiously, that every day you gotta look at the charts to see what you're looking for. And I don't even know what I'm looking for because I'm being taught in a very big classroom. So I'm not gonna say that they're not teaching me because I believe Patrick Kenny is a great teacher, and you may not find a teacher like him in the whole academy.
Right.
But I never knew that I was supposed to be looking for a Lamborghini or a Porsche. Like, I barely understand anything, but I just know that it makes sense of some of the things that's being taught to me. So,
Right.
make a long story short, when did you say you're going to come up with the dates of the in-person thing? Because I'm originally from Philly, but I moved to Atlanta for opportunities like this, and I do know that you do live in Atlanta. So when are you having the in-person thing? Because I'm like an in-person learner. I'm a visual learner.
I actually live in Miami. I don't live in Atlanta.
Well, I don't know why I thought you lived in Atlanta,
Okay.
but Miami on my radar within the next 3 to 5 weeks. So I am still willing to come out there because I do have somewhere I can stay.
Are you asking about the next in person for the classroom
Yes,
setting, for the
yes.
classroom, or the one on one?
No, like in person. I need in person. I'm an audio and visual learner.
Okay.
Like I'm a little bit I have dyslexia a little bit.
Okay. The you talking about this in person?
Yeah, when are you going to do the next in person? Because I already know I have ADHD and a little bit of dyslexia, so I
Right.
need to
Right.
be in person. I'm
Right.
not, I don't got a problem admitting that because I need you to understand who I am.
Right, I understand. This is not a specific date. If you purchase this, you connect with me and we schedule a date between us because it's just us two. You understand? So like if you buy this and say, hey Charlene, I want to purchase this, when are you available? I would say I'm available these dates on these dates, and you let me know when you're available, and then
Okay.
we coordinate that way.
Okay, a loud car was coming by, so I didn't even get to hear what you were saying about that part. So thank you so
Okay.
much.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's based on our availability because it's one on one. It's not like a set date for a classroom setting for a bunch of people. It's just us two that's gonna be there. So I let you know what dates I'm available, you let me know what days you're available, and then we coordinate at that point. You say, okay, I'm free on this and this date, or this and that date, or I can break free for this date. All right, let's do it. Only thing is, it has to be back to back. It can't be one day here and then one day next week or whatever. It needs to be back to back days. So if we do it on a Saturday and a Sunday, That's what it is. It can't be Saturday and then we do it next Saturday. It doesn't work. It's got to be back to back. And then that is I'm very, very flexible with that. I think that helps out for a lot of people. So those of you that are very hands-on type learners, that would be a good thing for you with that. So yeah, but good question so far. Who has another question or the next question?
Hi, Charlene. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, my dear?
Monet.
Hi,
My name is
Monet. How are you?
Monet, and I'm in Canada, actually.
Awesome. Are they even open? Is everything back open yet or no?
Yeah, everything's open. We're, slowly getting there. So
All right. Very good.
excited for summer. But I wanted to know, for your one-on-one in person, is that a mandatory I have to come? Because I don't mind coming to Miami, but I haven't traveled since the whole everything that was going on. So I'm wondering, can we do Zoom with the one-on-one, or do I have to come out?
We can do Zoom with a one-on-one. However, it's not the same. It's not.
Okay.
You get me? I do one-on-ones online with people all the time, and it's the same information, but I'm really able to hone in on what you're doing wrong. I'm able to see exactly your thought process. Like, it's just a little bit easier to facilitate things, because if we're doing it on Zoom, I need to see your screen. I want to see your trades, your chart breakdowns that you've done. Like, it makes it a little bit harder for me to really get personal with you with the chart work. But when I have you right next to me and we have one computer screen in front of us, and I'm literally sitting there with you, going down little by little, breaking things down, going into all the intricate details, it just makes it that much. You get more for your money that way.
I get you.
Than online. You get me?
I get you. So you are also saying that if you're not already in one of your courses, it doesn't make sense. Like, I've been trading, December coming, it'll be 2 years. So I'm well over my year and a half. Okay. Should I still get the other academy for you?
Let me ask you, what kind of trading were you learning before? Were you doing indicator-based training or just price action?
Just price action for the majority of it, but when I tapped into indicators, I realized they lag, and I'm not a big fan. Okay. So it's mostly price action, bank highs, trading with the banks type of thing. Get in and get out. I'm not much of
perfect. That's what I want to hear.
A long-term trader.
Yes, because if you're someone that's more swing trading based, more indicator, that no, my style.
No, I'm more in and out. Let's get my money.
It's very hard for people who have that swing trader mindset to transition so quickly over to the scalping aspect of trading. Believe it or not, it's very, very difficult for some people to do that. So this that I offer would not work for you. You would have to get the course first for you to start getting yourself into the mindset of seeing the markets that way, instead of seeing it in that other way that you've been learning all that time. So the fact that you say you've been more focused on price action and getting in and out, that works for me. If you would have said, no, I've been swinging, looking at intraday, using indicators, I would have said no. I would have said no, get the course, study that. And when you feel like you're comfortable, then we'll talk about another step. Other than that, no, I would tell you no.
Okay. So it's a go for me. I can book a one-on-one with you.
You can book it anytime. Anytime. I would just recommend that you make the trip to come, because it's just you're going to learn a lot more with me right next to you than you would over the internet.
Perfect. I'll get on that. Thank you. I'll get on it.
All right. You're welcome. Next question, please. Excellent question, John. This is great. If you're unable to mute yourself, just drop it in the thing. I think I disabled the mute, so you guys should be able to unmute yourselves. And if you would rather just type it in the chat box, we can do that as well. Down. Really good questions, though.
Charlene?
Yes.
Can I offer a testimonial real quick?
Absolutely. Who is this, Dominic?
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, how are you?
I've had your course about 2 months now, maybe 2.5 months. And I've gone through about 78, 80% of it. And I've purchased about $1,500, $2,000 in courses. Everything from price action to so-called bankers, market makers way of trading, so on and so forth. But when I purchased your course, I've been trading for about a year and a half now.
Okay.
I actually sat down, went through the course, and it made me think about things that I did not think about before. And only in the last few recent weeks, maybe 4 weeks, I've actually started looking at candles in relation to one another in terms of price action on the 15 to 30 and seeing, okay, this candle went here, this next candle went here, and the wicks are there, and price is reacting up to this point here, and the price is going to go certain words. I'm still learning, and I'm not consistently profitable yet, but that's coming. But I just want to let anybody know that's sitting on the fence and hemming and hawing over the price of getting the course versus just sitting back and trying to learn on your own. You got to get the course. It's worth every single dime. And when you talk about stuff like entries, breakdowns, supply and demands, my biggest thing now is retest. Before I couldn't understand why I would enter a trade and I would lose and I would jump right back in the other direction and it would push back the other way and go back against what I just got out of. And I just began to learn about retest from having taken your course. So to anyone that's sitting on the fence and wondering maybe if they should get the course or not, you got to do it. And there's no fluff in your course versus what I've seen in a lot of others.
I definitely appreciate that. I'm so happy you were able to find value. It means a lot to me that you say that. Actually, it really, really does touch me because I know the struggles. I've been there. I spent just about the same that you spent on courses. And at the time, Dominic, I did not have the money. I did not, but I wanted to do it so badly. I wanted it so badly that I was willing to spend. I was working overtime at work. I was dipping into my savings account. I was doing whatever I had to do for me to get the education I needed. And I always said, when I got to that point, well, all these struggles that I went through, my people that support me, that have had the same struggles I've had, will not get that. And it means so much because money is very important in today's life. It's a vital part of life. You gotta have money to be able to survive. And for someone to take advantage of someone's desire to want to better themselves financially, even emotionally, even, and take advantage of that desire really, really bothers me. I know we live in a e-commerce type world where everything is about the sales. You got Amazon and McDonald's and Apple and all these big time companies who are constantly bombarding us with things that they make us feel like we need to have, when in reality we don't. It's just causing us to put ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole. So when you have an opportunity to capitalize on something like this, something like trading in front of your computer, something you probably never in a million years thought you would ever be doing, it says a lot about the individual. So if you're willing to invest, that's why people I say, well, why does your course cost so much? Why is it this? Why is it that? Well, first of all, if you look at it in a grand scheme of things compared to what other people are charging, it's not that much. And at the end of the day, I'm not just selling you a course. I'm selling you an actual mentorship. You're not just buying my course. You're buying me as well. You're buying me because there's not one student that I have that I haven't spoken to, I haven't messaged, I haven't gotten to know on maybe a personal level that can't get a hold of me every day if they need it. Not one of my students can come on here and tell me that I needed Charlene on this day and she wasn't there for me at all. So you're not just buying my course, you're buying me. With other mentors out there, you're just buying their course and then you're off on your own. Good luck. Here's my course, good luck. But that's where that extra cost comes in. You're getting me, and I'm going to give my students everything I have because I wished when I was coming up, someone did that for me and someone eventually did. So that's the reason why I do what I do and I have it the way I have it. And those that really are able to take advantage of this opportunity with the way I teach, because the way I teach kind of is a little unorthodox, right? I curse a little bit, and I might get frustrated here and there. I might say some things here and there, but my intentions are for you to become masters at trading. My students are my business. You guys are my brand. If I'm trying to build my brand, I need to build my students. I need to make sure all of my students are successful, because if not, then I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong as a mentor if my students are constantly struggling. Your business is only as great as your last customer, your happiest customer. So if you're out here selling bullshit and selling shit to people, it's gonna reverberate. Word is gonna get out eventually that you're full of shit. And at that point, your business ain't gonna last very long. Good luck with it, and it's not gonna last very long. But on top of that, like I said, guys, I'm not about putting out crap to people, because when you do bad things come back to you. So I'm big on that as well. So I really appreciate that testimonial, Dominic. And I'm really glad you're finding success with it, and you know where to find me if you ever should need me, buddy. So thank you for that. All right. Oh, we have a question on the chat box. Okay, so that is a dope name, Infinity Hot for Pro. That sounds like a super cool company. I don't know what that is, but that's a really cool name. So his question, can your strategy be used to trade any financial market? If yes, other than scalping, can you use it for intraday or swing trading? I apologize, Infinity Hot for Pro, but no. I don't know anything about stocks. I don't know anything about options. I don't know anything about all the other financial markets. All I know is Forex. I don't recommend that you use my strategy for those things, because I have not back tested it, so I do not know. So the first answer to your first question is no. And so yeah, it's no. And then the second one, no. My strategy is only good for scalping. If you're looking to catch 10, 15, 20, maybe 30 pips, you can use my strategy for that. But if you're looking to catch very big moves,
get approval from legal.
but if you're looking to catch very big moves, like intraday moves or swing trading moves, like if you're looking to catch this, my strategy won't work for that. It won't. It will work on a broken down basis, right? But it will not work if you're trying to catch a move from up here to all the way down there. It's just, the market is too unpredictable for this type of strategy. If you're someone that's looking for an intraday or a swing trading style of trading, I would recommend going with a mentor that trades that style. That's the best answer I can give you for that, because you can teach someone how to swing trade, but if you are not swinging every single day and you're looking for actual moves to map out your entire move every day, and you're not good at that, you shouldn't be teaching that, because you need to teach what you do, what you trade every day, how you trade every day. So if you are a football coach and you're an offensive coordinator, you shouldn't be helping anybody out on the defensive end, because your specialty is offense. So if you are good at teaching your offensive players how to do certain footwork and techniques, those same techniques that work great on the offensive end will probably not work for the guys on the defensive end, because it's two completely different styles. Scalping and intraday and swing trading, and intraday and swing are like two peas in a pod, pretty much the same thing, right? So you're looking at scalping and swing trading, two completely different styles of trading. You have to look at the markets extremely different when it comes to that. A lot of the technicals are kind of the same, but the way you look at the markets are very, very different. Very, very, very different. So I tell people, do not buy my course if you are trying to intraday or swing trade. Please don't do it, because that is a recipe for failure. I have tried swing trading and I crashed and burned every time. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at catching big moves. The times I've caught big moves, which is, I can count on maybe one hand how many times I've done it in my 4 years of trading. Those are rare. And even then, those are moves that I just left runners and I got lucky and it kept going. But am I doing that every day? No, I'm not going to teach that, because that's not what I'm looking for every day. I'm going to teach what I'm good at, not what I'm mediocre or what I hope to be good at later. that's doing you guys a disservice. I'm going to teach what I'm good at and what I do every day and what has given me the consistency that I wanted. Because if I know how to find my own consistency, I can help somebody else find theirs, but with that style. So no, I'm very sorry. I cannot recommend my course for any other financial market or for intraday or swing trading. I'm so sorry. Dominic flexing her sports now. Yeah, I love sports. I'm a tomboy, guys. I love sports. I can be girly when I want to be, but I love my sports. So yeah, the sports are a really good analogy. So I go with those a lot. So all right, thanks for your sincerity. God bless. All right, awesome. Any more questions, guys? So we've been on for about an hour and a half now, so I can go a little longer as long as I get all you guys' questions answered. But you guys have been, this is a good session. I'm having fun here. You guys have asked some really good questions. Really good questions. I wonder where everybody's from. Can you guys unmute yourselves or drop in the chat box where you guys are from? I just want to get an idea of where everybody's like from. I know we have some people from Atlanta. I know some from Miami, Brooklyn, New York. Nice. And I'm from New York. I was born in Brooklyn. So big ups to Brooklyn. Milwaukee, very nice. Chicago, excellent. Euclid Avenue, nice. Costa Rica, nice. I was supposed to be going there for my birthday next week. I don't know if I'm actually going yet. I haven't even booked my ticket, but I'm probably just gonna book it on the last minute and just go. Kenya, very nice. Peachtree City, Georgia. Okay. Brampton, Canada. Minneapolis. Wow, you guys are from all over. This is amazing. Wow. But guys, do you guys see this? Like, this is how far of a reach like this market has. It's a worldwide opportunity. Uganda, even better. Wow. That is great. I got to visit some of these cities. This is nice. I might want to take some flights out here soon. This is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, guys. So if nobody has any more questions, I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. You guys had really great questions. I don't want to take up any more of your Saturdays. So the giveaway, let's get into the giveaway really quickly. The next, let's say, there's 16 people on here. All right, the next five people, if you don't already have my course, the next 5 people that get my course, the $3.99 course, will get the free one-on-ones with that course. That's the giveaway that I'm giving. That's pretty much the same giveaway I give. Wink, wink, guys. That's the same giveaway that I give on every live Q&A. If you don't already have my course, the next 5 people that buy the $3.99 can have the one-on-ones for free. So you don't have to get the $5.99 course. You'll get it with the $3.99. All right. So if no one else has any more questions, I will wrap it up here. Is this saved? Where to rewatch? I did record it. I will, I'll put it on YouTube. I'll upload it later on today on YouTube, and then when it's up on my YouTube, I'll drop it in the chat group so you guys know that it's out. So you guys can rewatch it, because this was a good session. This was really good. I just got to timestamp it and stuff like that so people can be able to get the information out of it. But again, guys, I really thank you guys for being on here today. Excellent questions you guys asked. If you're on the fence about trading, or about going with a certain type of trading style, about my course, about anything with trading, just do a little bit of soul searching, understand what kind of person that you are. Try to find out what's really important to you trading wise, what goals you want to accomplish, and try to come out with a list of goals that you have and how you plan on achieving those goals. That's the best way to do it, right? But it's always, you bring things to life when you write it down, right? Take it out of your head, put it down on a paper sheet, and start writing things down. Come out with a goal, and then come out with a plan on how to achieve that goal. Okay, whether it be with trading, whether it be with backtesting, whether it be with starting a business, whether it be with, relationship, things with your family, friends, things like that. Come out with goals that you want to accomplish, and then just come out with a game plan on how you're going to crush each and every one of them. And start with short-term goals, because the more you achieve your short-term goals, it'll help you gain more confidence and carry your motivation on with your long-term goals. All right. But I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys so much for being on today. This was a great session. You guys are awesome. You guys are beautiful. I want the best for each and every one of you. Keep on pushing for the things you want. Never, never, never give up, guys. Please, 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 on everything you love, do not give up on trading. This is an excellent opportunity. This can bring you things that you never dreamed of. It can completely change your life. It can give you all the things you wanted. It can help you help other people in the long run. It can give you a lot of meaning, a lot of purpose. It can give you things, or it can bring you possibilities that you never even saw coming. Okay, guys, so appreciate you guys for being on today. Peace and love. You guys enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will drop the link inside the course once it's up on YouTube. I'm sorry, inside the chat group when it's up on YouTube. All right, guys, so y'all be good, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace and love.